Hello, friends. This is the final episode of the AI Unboxed series. Before we close this series, let's take a moment to appreciate how far we have come. Think about it. Just a few weeks ago, many of us thought of AI as a mysterious black box, something that works, but with no real idea of what's happening inside. Now you have peeled back that curtain. You have learned what machine learning actually means, how neural networks mimic our brain, how deep learning gave AI the power to see and hear, and how transformers allowed AI to finally understand language at scale. Each of these steps wasn't just a technical upgrade, it was a leap in how machines can process the world. Let's use an everyday analogy. Imagine AI as a student. At first, the student could only memorize facts. That's traditional programming. Then, with machine learning, the student could start to notice patterns. With deep learning, the student developed intuition, almost like gut feeling for images, sounds, and signals. And with transformers, the student became fluent in language, capable of reading an entire book, remembering key ideas, and answering questions in the context. The journey you have followed is the story of how AI has grown from a clumsy beginner into something resembling a powerful assistant. But here is why this matters. This isn't just a history. Each of these breakthroughs opened the door to real-world changes. From medical image recognition that saves lives to voice assistants that understand you better, to translation systems that connect people across cultures. These are not abstract concepts, they are technologies shaping your everyday world. So, as we step into this final episode, keep this perspective in mind. You now have the toolkit to recognize the DNA of modern AI. When you hear about a new app, model, or breakthrough, you will know if it's powered by deep learning, by transformers, or something entirely new. That awareness is the key difference between being just another AI user and being someone who truly understands what's happening under the hood. Now, you might be wondering, what did we not cover yet? Because AI is a vast universe, and we have touched only some of its brightest stars. First, there is reinforcement learning. This is the technique behind how AI systems learn by trial and error. Just like a child learning to ride a bike. Try, fall, adjust, repeat. Reinforcement learning powers game-playing AIs like AlphaGo that defeated world champions. And it also helps robots figure out how to walk, grasp, or balance without being programmed step by step. Then there are generative models. These are the family of AI systems that don't just recognize patterns, they create. From text to images to music. Think of them as the artists of AI. We have seen glimpses of this with ChatGPT, Midjourney, or even tools that compose symphonies. This area is moving so fast that what you hear today might already be surpassed tomorrow. And finally, we did not go deep into specialized architectures like RNNs, convolutional neural networks, which are experts at processing images, or RNNs, recurrent neural networks, which were once the champions of sequence data like speech and time series. They paved the way for transformers, but are still useful in many real-world scenarios. These acronyms might sound intimidating, but you already know their core purpose. CNNs see, RNNs listen, and transformers understand. So, what's next for AI? This is the question everyone asks, and here is a grounded answer. One path is multimodality. Right now, most AIs specialize in one thing: text or images or sound. But the future is AI systems that can connect them all. Imagine describing an idea in plain language, and your AI not only writes the essay but also designs the illustration, narrates it in your own voice, and composes background music. Another path is efficiency. Current AI models are powerful but expensive. They need massive amounts of data, energy, and hardware. The next frontier is making them smaller, faster, greener, and more personal. Instead of a giant model in the cloud, imagine a smart assistant that runs locally on your phone with the same intelligence. And finally, there is alignment and safety. As AI gets more powerful, ensuring that it reflects human values becomes essential. This is why researchers are exploring guardrails, ethical frameworks, and governance. The future is not just about what AI can do, but what it should do. The bottom line: AI will keep evolving, but you now know how to place any breakthrough into context. When you hear about a new system, ask, is it about multimodality, efficiency, or alignment? If you can answer that, you will understand what truly matters. If you have reached this point in the series, here is the truth. You already know more about AI fundamentals than most people on the planet. But the real journey begins now. Where should you go next? If you want structured learning, check out free university courses. Stanford's famous CS229 course on machine learning. Harvard's free online introduction to AI with Python, and Andrew Ng's Coursera specialization on machine learning, taken by millions worldwide. If you prefer reading, some books stand out. Artificial Intelligence, a Modern Approach by Russell and Norvig. That's the Bible of AI. Deep Learning by Goodfellow, Bengio, and Corwell, for those who want the math and the depth. Or a lighter read, You Look Like a Thing and I Love You by Janelle Shane, a fun look at AI quirks. If you are hands-on, you can experiment directly. Try Hugging Face for pre-trained models. Explore Kaggle for datasets and competitions. Or play with NVIDIA's free tutorials for AI developers. And if you want to stay updated, blogs like OpenAI, Google AI, or DeepMind's research blog give you insights straight from the labs pushing the boundaries. Don't worry, I will include all these links in the description. so you can click and start immediately. My advice? Pick just one path that excites you and dive deep, whether that is coding, reading, or experimenting. The key is consistency. A year from now, you will be amazed at how far you have come. We are at the end of this series, but really, this is just the beginning. AI is the defining technology of our time. And while tools, models, and trends will change, the core understanding you now have will stay with you. Remember, knowledge is power, but shared knowledge is impact. If this series helped you, pass it on. Share it with a friend, a colleague, or someone who still thinks AI is just science fiction. And for this channel, we are not stopping here. In the coming weeks, we will explore new technologies, some excellent books, new ideas, and some puzzles, all designed to expand your mind. So, stay tuned because the journey of learning never ends. Thank you for joining me in AI Unboxed. Let's keep building clarity in a noisy world. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel Kaizen Smarter.